Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have a review of an SHF figure, the SHF Kamen Abyss. Now I'd like to mention this this figure is actually my first figure from the Kamen Rider Rookie world. Now, however, the tricky part about this rider, or this figure, is that this rider is called Kamen Rider Abyss, and first of all, he does not have a American counterpart. The main reason is that this rider was never in the main original series. He was actually like more of a exclusive, and I'm not sure if this is the correct term, but non-canon world from Kamen Rider DK, because Kamen Rider DK travels through all the other Kamen Rider worlds, and in Kamen Rider Rookie world, this guy appears in that world. So and does have a kind of a complicated story regarding the actual user of this. So I'm not gonna go deep in that, but either way, this was one of the few figures that I was able to actually get in retail. I was like searching or browsing through these websites in Korea, and I found this website selling him for his original retail price. So I decided to go for it because, I thought this was going to be one of the most hardest ones to get, but it wasn't. So I considered myself lucky. Okay, so despite being more of a non-canon, but I did see him come out on the Kamen Rider Zeo spin-off of the Kamen Rider Rookie spin-off. I mean, of course they killed him off pretty fast, and I think that's kind of like they needed to do that, because if this guy was like walking around fighting for a long time, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would get a little bit confused, especially those who are like new to the series. But either way, the figure itself came out very nice. I love the metallic color. I was absolutely amazed by it. Now, first of all, in the series, all the Kamen Rider Rookie riders, the original 13 riders included, they don't come in the suit in the series. Aren't actually this kind of metallic color. The figures come in metallic color, which I think is one of the main reasons why people really like to collect the Kamen Rider Rookie figures, and give a little bit more higher points when they compare it to the Figma line. Of course, this one does not have a Figma counterpart as mentioned. So as usual, we're gonna talk about the components. So I'm gonna put this a little bit to the back and see what we get. Now, first of all, obviously we get this stand. Now, I believe this is more of a standard thing for the Kamen Rider Rookie line. They give you a action-based stand for the figure, and on the stand itself, we actually get a nice symbol of the figure. Kamen Rider, even the name. Now, Kamen Rider Abyss, if you can't tell, it's actually based on a shark. So here are the components. I'm going to lower the stand a little bit. So here's what we get for the weapons/equipment. So in the Kamen Rider Rookie world, the riders use these cards that they can pull out from their belt or deck. And yeah, depending on which one they use, each card has a different ability. Now, first of all, we have Final Event, which is the main finisher attack. Now, the interesting part for Abyss's final event is that, unlike other riders where they fire a kick or a big giant blast, or basically the rider is involved, Abyss is kind of different. First of all, he has two different. When his contract monster consists of two, and when he uses the final event, they combine into one big mechanical shark that has a sword on top of it and can fire stuff. So yeah, I don't think Kamen Rider Abyss actually has a rider kick or anything that involved. Second card is the Advent, which is basically the card that allows him to summon his Advent contract monster. Although the tricky part is that on the card it only shows one, but yeah. Because I believe the other one is more like a standard mirror monster that we actually do see in the series. The third one being his Strike Vent, which is basically his long-range weapon, which we actually do have in the set as well, this green shark head. And then finally we have the Sword Vent, which consists of a double or dual blade. So yeah, and which we also do have, which I'm going to talk about or show you guys right away. So here we have its weapons and equipment. So first of all, the Strike Vent. It's basically a green shark head. The way how you attach this to the figure is that you have to take off the hand, and using the ball joint connection, you put it in there. So yeah, that's kind of something I was not expecting. But yeah, either way, you can open the hand, because this shoots out like a big giant water ball, sort of like that. So yeah, and I do like those teeth, like how they go in, and then yeah, definitely nice molded design. And then here we have his dual blades, the sword bent. These swords actually do look pretty deadly, and I guess their concept is more of like a shark tooth, because like the thing that's deadly about like shark teeth is that the structure they are, if they bite in and come out, they don't just come out like a needle. They're actually, they have all these like frills, I think, or these spikes on the teeth as well. So which once you actually pull out, it also rips out the part. So which makes it deadly. And I think these swords actually do show that aspect pretty well. Although these swords are technically the arms of his Advent monster. Yeah. So go figure. And finally, equipment-wise, we have his card visor. Once again, this is supposed to be pretty much attached to the left arm, but somehow in the series, when he uses these weapons, this somehow disappears. But yeah, like the strike vent, you have to take off the hand and connect the ball joint into that hole, and you can open up. Oh yeah, I think I should show this actually. You can open up the mouth and it reveals the card putting area. All you need to do is put the card in, and then there you go. You have. That's how the card visor works on this one. And also, this also serves as a weapon. I don't think it opens his mouth, but in Kamen Rider Decade, he basically like launches like some sort of water shuriken from this thing as well. Alright, so other than that, let's talk about the hands. Now the hands, like Kamen Rider Cadiz or Alternative Zero, they're kind of similar, but yeah, they have like this similarity when it comes to basics. So we have this hand, which is meant for holding the cards, which yeah, I guess I should show. And then we have these open hands, which are, I don't think, mostly meant for poses, but they're like more of a handshaking hand style. So yeah, so nothing too special regarding those hands. And even on the back of the box, they don't really mention these. We have now a more standard style open hand. Once again, nothing too special, mostly meant for poses, not to hold anything else. And here we have two different hands. Now I think I'm gonna demonstrate this with the dual blades. Now here we have the first hand. This is more of a standard hand meant for holding the weapons. Now this will hold it up 90 degrees, but the other one is also meant for the weapons, mostly for the dual blades. You can see compared to the first hand. Oops, that's not good. Okay, you know what? Sorry about that. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I dropped the hand and it fell down perfectly under my bookshelf. So here we have the other hand, which is also meant for holding the dual blade. Now here we have, you can see it's kind of more of an angle compared to the first one. You can see like this one's like the inside is like going 90 degrees up, while the other one is more of in an angle. So I'll show you guys like each hand for how it holds. So these three will be the main hands that I will be demonstrating. Okay, now let's get on to the review. So regarding the figure itself, we're gonna go with articulation, and then equipment, and like attaching the equipment to the rider itself. So once again, let's start with the head. Now I absolutely love how the color is, and actually this is one of the more colorful. He's really colorful compared to the normal riders from Rookie, which is why I'm trying to. There's two more main 13 riders. Like there's two more riders from Rookie that I'm trying to try out in SHF figure. And if you guys do want to see me make like a comparison of like an SHF rider and a Figma rider, please let me know. So the head definitely has that shark look into it, and absolutely love the style and color. So the head can go down that much, up that much, and then 360. I wouldn't say it's possible because a lot the shoulder armor and a lot of stuff are like colliding with each other. And keep in mind, there's a human inside there, so yeah, you don't wanna twist his neck. Okay, so let's talk about the body first. The body, we have this nice design on here. The blue, the metallic blue and white and gold definitely goes well together. It has a pretty decent ab crunch, so it can go about that much forward and then a good amount of backwards. Actually, I'm kind of surprised. So yeah, definitely you can. I guess the guy is pretty flexible. And then let's look at the back. We have all these connectors, which and even in the series, these connectors don't really serve that much purpose. Now, I believe the back ones, there is one rider that actually uses these holes, and also I believe these holes are the ones that connect to that motorcycle they use in the series when they enter the mirror world. But oh well. So yeah, nothing too special going on there. And now the shoulders or the arms. Now the arms, like that standard SHF figure, now it's hard to tell from because of the shoulder armor, but the arms do go backward and forward, and then the arms can go about about 90 degrees to the side. That's good. And then which one was it? There is a twisting point, but I keep forgetting it. There we go. This part is the twisting point. So there is a 360 twist on the arm itself. And you can go 360 on the entire arm also if you want to do so. And the arm has a nice double jointed bend, and hands are like your robot Damashi style hands where the ball joint is not on the hand but on the joint itself. And then like Alternative Zero, the armor part on here also moves on its own. So yeah. And then yeah, here we have the standard fist, which the robot Damashi figures don't give out. And let's look at the belt. Now the belt is actually literally wrapped around the waist, so it actually does give it a nice belt feeling. And yeah, and also like Alternative Zero, we are able to pull out the Advent deck, and that looks absolutely fantastic. So you can see it slides in that direction, and then we have this a little bit like cut off part here. This is where they pull out those Advent cards. Now some riders have 4, some riders have 5 or 6. Some riders only have literally 3. Their final vent, their main weapon, and then their Advent monster. So yeah, I'm not sure how like tactical they're going to be. Okay, now let's look at the let's see the body rotation. I forgot to mention. Actually, this one goes 360, so I'm actually pretty surprised. And then the legs, they have a nice swivel going on here. And then once again, the legs can go about to the side 90 degrees and does not have that weird mechanism like how Callus had. So yeah, still that figure is the only one that has that weird function. And the legs can go up 90 degrees and then has a nice double jointed bend. And the feet, like most standard SHF, you have a nice toe bend or a lot of toe bend. This actually really helps for certain poses, and it has a it does have a nice pivot. But the only odd thing is that the feet can go up as well on its own, and can go down a little bit. But I cannot twist the feet. It cannot twist left and right. It has a pivot, but it won't rotate left and right. Yeah, that's the more correct word. I'm not sure if it's very stiff or it's not meant to be. So that part I'm still not too sure. So hopefully the other rookie rider I get will help out. Yeah, I'm trying to not mention the name, so I don't want to spoil. Okay, now we've seen the basics of the figure. Now let's see how it works on the stand. Now this is basically my understanding regarding the stand is that this is mostly meant for doing certain airborne poses or just making it stand properly with using those claws. So something like this. It's kind of, but yeah, I haven't done any aerodynamic poses with this thing, so yeah. But regarding the stand, the claws actually work to hold the figure, and then we have another moving point. Ooh, oh boy. So I think I might need to loosen up a little bit here, but this point is supposed to move, and then we have a moving point here, and then another moving point here. So there's 1, 2, 3 moving points and the claw. So I'm going to put that away. And let's show how the equipment work. So first of all, since we do need to take off the hands either way, let's take off both hands and show how the strike vent and his card visor works. Okay, there we go. Okay, so first of all, the odd part is that, well, the strike vent, you can see it actually shows some consideration by having this part move, so you don't actually mess up. This one, which looks like it may move, but it doesn't. So, but either way, they plug in pretty simple. So there we go. I plugged it in, and yeah, nice shark hand. And then like this one, also pretty simple. Just click it in, and there you go. Once you put it in, you get like a click noise. So that's how you know they're connected. So this is like its main long-range weapon, but more powerful. This one is more like I guess you could say it's like one of his like weapons that's around him at all times, can fire like small water like shuriken things. But yeah, so yeah, they connect pretty well. And yeah, now you can, I guess if you want to do like a shark like puppet show, yeah, you can do that. And despite having them on the arm, they do not hinder any articulation most of the time. So yeah, definitely nice functions. Of course, taking them off, mostly I had trouble. Okay, that came out really easily. Like, I believe like 3 days ago, I was trying to take it off and it wasn't coming off. Are you gonna? Okay, I'm actually very relieved to the fact those came out very easily, because last time I tried to do that, it actually made the joint here actually come out a little bit, so I had to push it back in. So yeah. I think it's still a little bit out, so I might need to like readjust that part if I need to do so. But either way, for now, let's go on with the review. So, what I'm going to do is now attach each hand with a different. I'm going to attach the sword into each hand, but the different hands. So first of all, like most figures, even in Robot Damashi style, you just gotta jam it in there. Now I like to go with from the bottom, but if you have any easier ways that you prefer, go for it. But yeah. So this is the hand with the more straight holding style, so the more of a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to attach the other one with the other hand. Oh boy, yeah, because of that end tip of the toe. Now this one will have the more angular one, so there we go. Now holding it wise, the angular one won't have a firm grip. It's going to be a little bit wobbly, but not too wobbly, because the handle of the sword itself is pretty bulky. So yeah. So I'm just gonna show you guys here. So here we have. So they're both straight, but you can kind of see that they're holding it in a more different angle. So I'm gonna straighten up the arm a little bit, both arms, and you can see that the angular one actually holds it in a more angle like this, while the other hand is more of a straight 90-degree. So yeah, so really, I guess these are mostly meant for certain poses. Like if you need like a pose where if you just use the straight hand, it might look awkward. So you need to do like this, because if you've seen in anime, some characters, they don't hold their sword straight. They hold it in like an angle like this, like how Zoro does in One Piece. But yeah. And yeah, we're almost done actually. So the only thing I can show you guys is now the card holding hand. There we go. So once again, it has this nice feeling or look that it's holding the card. Now in Rookie Rider, they don't really hold more than 2 cards, because they can't. Yeah, they have to put the card one at a time at each, and there's no like combination. So you can see it's holding the card with no problem at all. It has a nice gloss onto the card itself. And I should mention, unlike the Figma cards where they're pure blue on the other side or green, this one is also properly colored or designed like in the show. And that is pretty much it for the review. This was the review of the SHF Kamen Rider Abyss. Sorry for the middle part that I had to cut off, because like I dropped the hand, so I had to go pick it up. But either way, if you're a big fan of the line, definitely get it. I would recommend it. Any Rookie figure would do. You're gonna enjoy it, because they at least come with a good amount of playability at their basics. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching the review. This was the review of the SHF Kamen Rider Abyss. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time!